when you really get into sort of health and understanding, and people sort of going towards vegetarianism to sort of save the planet, I feel like that's the easy way out to go, to be vegetarian, and I know it's going to be most beneficial, in lots of ways. But if you eat meat and you understand nutrients, and you eat fish, you will want the best organic and the most nutrient dense foods. And the way you sort of do that is to have the connection with all your soils and your waters. So if you choose to eat meat and you choose to eat fish, and you believe in high nutrient dense food and where can I get it from, you will create a beautiful ocean, beautiful seas to accommodate seaweeds and everything that you need to make a flourishing sea. And if you want to be eating the most nutrient dense meats and varied meats and different animals, you need to make the planet full of trees and foods for every organic organisms and microorganisms and all the animals, and create the best nutrient dense soils and the best kind of soils, and grow a mass of different plants and different types of crops on the surface of the floors, as we're getting the carbon in there out of the skies, and you will create the best planet. So by taking your vegetarian avenue, you're gonna grow fields on a certain basis just to accommodate soybeans, whatever it might be. But you're neglecting all the other animals that have been, we're a mass biodiversity cultured planet, and you need to create that happiness for all these creatures to survive. And then, you might make a dinosaur that grows out from evolution and it wants to eat us, but also we want to eat the best stuff. And so you can't beat, really, you don't want to be a vegetarian. Number one, there's loads of different points why you might not think that, we've got certain types of bodies that need more nutrients, or different types of nutrients. If you're training, you want more nutrients, and if you're doing various sports and stuff, and different cultures need different types of food. Some people have been brought up by the sea for hundreds of thousands of years as their brothers and sisters and their uncles and aunties, their ancestry basically. It's been brought up by the sea, and there's other people that have been brought up in the mountains and stuff. So we all need different types of foods and different types of nutrients. Our DNA's has developed around these type of environments. So I disagree that people need to be one thing. People need to be everything. They should encourage every biodiversity from insects, because all that culture is what produces good grass and good flowers and trees, and in turn all the animals eat good flowers and trees. And then if we're growing cows and producing cows and chickens and various other animals, they're eating all the best foods. So we'll be standing in the best environment for ourselves. We all are all the periodic table, and we carry all the same coppers and zincs and various metals and other chemicals and nutrients and things. And by that biodiversity, we can create that and help the planet. And as the planet gets more and more populated, we need to think about how we're going to create more abundant seas and planet, the ground and the mud, and versatile farmings of different cultures to create our own fitness levels, because we're going to need to accommodate and be fitter people, because we're going to get more diseases and stuff because the population's getting big. It's already showing it through corona, and that's the way to you know, like being a part of nature, and diseases and stuff will be much rarer because we'll be organic, really healthy human beings, and we're intertwined, and you know, the planet won't produce certain viruses to try and lose population. So yeah, basically you need to create a really beautiful planet, and all the people will be organically beautiful and very, very strong people, very fit people, and our brains will work properly and we'll feel very efficient, and then the world can really move forward and gain some beautiful consciousness between us all, and watch our planet grow as one of the most beautiful, abundant food, friendships, love, everything you ever dreamt about is on planet Earth. So if we can create a situation to help it and be with it again, and that's where our consciousness is going right now, we're all coming together, we can create an absolutely amazing planet. And that's where I want to join and have fun to learn about all this stuff, and that's what I'm doing as best I can as a personal basis. And if everyone in their back garden grew a little bit of plot, or one basket full of herbs or whatever, and everyone does that, that means even concrete can turn into millions and millions of acres of land that's got food growing on it. And every time you grow a carrot, you're taking some of your life back, where you've just eaten that nutrient and made that food and connected with the planet, and you're gaining your own time and your own life even by growing one carrot. That's one piece of tax and stuff that people can't take away from you. That's one piece of tyre tread that you didn't take it to work to earn that. So you keep making that all the way through all your life and creating the abundance of things, the less and less that we have to go and damage the planet and tire ourselves out, stress ourselves out, and we get our life back and don't give it to the people who are using all of us for them to be millionaires. Any millionaire has used millions or hundreds of people at their factories or wherever it may be. They've used them all for more than they're worth to become that millionaire. So don't ever forget that. People who are richer than you have used other people to get to where they need to be. And that's a fact. So when you think about this stuff, when you grow your own carrots, one vegetable, whatever you do, you're looking after the planet, you're getting your breath back, and you're looking after yourself, and you're encouraging a beautiful environment. The councils and everywhere you live, you won't find fruit trees out on your road. They took all those down quite a number of years ago because you could walk to school and pick apples. Even when I was born and lived in my environment, there are apple trees, currant trees, cherry trees, black currants. There's currant farms up the road where you pick your own everywhere. There was a massive abundance, and now you can't find any of that stuff. And that's where all the biodiversity of creatures are all born, and that's how it works. And like I say, you won't find that in the States anymore. You won't find nothing. You can't even find lemon soap at Tesco's, proper lemon soap, because it's an antibacterial. So that means that you won't stink and smell of BO. So they don't let that type of stuff. They use all the deodorants to cover up BO and make other illnesses. And you won't find organic lemon soap at Tesco's because they won't sell shitty soaps that make you stink, and they won't sell any deodorants. So the market for you to have organic and look after yourself, there ain't a market. And that's why the government doesn't have all these things around, because there's no market for anybody if they start selling you organic, beautiful vitamins and deodorant, you know, like soaps and stuff that actually work, you know, antibacterial soap. You know, you don't want to use it too much because it kills your own bacteria, but you can use it for your armpits so you don't stink all the time. or your ass, you know what I mean? So think about nature, think about making all beautiful soils, think about putting a tree out in your bit where the council bit of grass is out the front. Grow some trees and you'll start seeing bees coming to them. I've got plants outside with thousands and thousands of flowers. I used to be a beekeeper and there's not one bee on the thing. It's terrible. Like that whole tree around where I used to live years ago would have thousands and thousands of bees on it. I didn't see one bee or insect on this beautiful, beautiful nectar-giving flower. So we've got to think about what we're doing. What we need to do is just have a beautiful, beautiful understanding that the more we look after our nurturing selves by growing our own foods and make our own soaps and use lemons, and you won't stink so much and you'll be a fitter person, you won't need the doctor, and you can get back all your own food and your own right energies and your nutrients and feel correct so you don't get depressed and stuff. So like there's definitely no market in politics and the doctors for people that are organic and healthy. We don't need anybody. So it's really important to try and do what we can to create a situation where all our kids grow up understanding they need to have very rich soils to grow beautiful foods, to get there, to keep their own lives. And we all stand together as a mad consciousness to understand that that's what we need to do. It's just a physical reality and that's what we need to do. Anyway, going on and on and on. Boom, boom, boom. Chill out. Take a breath and see you soon. Loads of love, people.